What drew you to Sanders, and when did you find out about him? I want you to share with us a little bit about that, if you would, Mike.
Sure. So I've been like following Bernie Sanders probably about the time when I really started to follow politics. But what really like got my attention, I think, was in 2010. He was on the Senate floor. He was filibustering Bush tax cuts, and that really that got my attention. I mean, I watched about 30 minutes of it and I got tired. And to think that this guy who's like over 70 years old, he's sitting there for 8.5 hours filibustering this, and this isn't a filibuster like Ted Cruz where he's going to read Green Eggs and Ham. I mean, he is railing against, Bush tax cuts the whole time. He's staying relevant. And so that's when, it clicked. It's like Bernie Sanders, okay, this is the guy that I want to watch. And, the thought of like him being a president someday, it's like, oh, it'll never happen. This guy's too reasonable. And here we are, at that very cusp of that potentially happening. So that's why I'm so excited, because, I mean, not to sound hipster, but, I followed Bernie Sanders before he kind of is making it big time. But, yeah, I followed it, and it was the filibuster. That was amazing. And you can watch that on YouTube, by the way. 8.5 hours. I don't know if you can watch the full thing, but fast forward through it, and you'll see that I don't know how he has the energy to do it the whole time, but he does. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, that was quite an impressive feat by Senator Sanders when he did that filibuster. And I was a little bit late to the Bernie bus. I wasn't really following him, but I had somebody on my news feed that would post random things when Bernie would do something like the filibuster or whatever, and I was like, huh, that guy seems reasonable. So obviously he has no chance, right? Like he must be from some small population state or whatever,
Yep.
Kind of just put it off the side of my mind. And then I heard the speculation that he might be running, and when I started to hear that, I was like, huh, well, maybe I got to look more into this guy. And so I started to look into him, and what little videos I could find at the time showed him being consistent and over a long period of time, and saw him saying things that I appreciated way back when. So I think that's great. I just wanted to take note of some of the YouTube comments that we've had. That Faisal said he's great, and Brenda Brown says I watch Mike often. This is cool. So
nice, right on.
Yeah, I think I saw Danny. He's out in Chicago, and he says he loves your show. So that's
awesome.
Great. He's been here with us for a while, so it's nice to see that.
Glad to hear, man.
We were just really excited to have you on.